It's been more than a decade since Caylee Anthony walked out of a Florida courtroom a free woman. And to this day, the world still asks, how? Why? What really happened to Caylee Anthony? The facts are disturbing. The verdict? Even more so. This wasn't just a criminal trial. It became a cultural moment, a lightning rod of controversy. Today, we're going back to the beginning, to retrace the investigation, the lies, the courtroom drama, and why so many believe justice was never served.
Can you tell me a little bit what's going on?
My daughter's been missing for the last 31 days.
Why are you calling now? Why didn't you call 31 days ago?
I've been looking for her and have gone through other resources to try to find her, which was stupid.
In June 2008, 2-year-old Caylee Anthony was reported missing. But here's the chilling detail. She had already been gone for 31 days. Her mother, Caylee Anthony, told lie after lie, claiming she worked at Universal Studios, blaming a non-existent nanny, and changing her story constantly. The 911 call from Casey's mother set the investigation in motion.
There's something wrong. I found my daughter's car today, and it smells like there's been a dead body in the damn car.
Okay, what is
here now?
Months later, Caylee's remains were discovered in a wooded area near the Anthony family home, wrapped in a blanket and sealed in trash bags. Caylee was arrested and charged with first-degree murder, and that's when things got even stranger.
With regret, I'm here to inform you that the skeletal remains found on December 11th are those of the missing toddler, Caylee Anthony. The manner of death in this case is homicide.
On July 16th, nearly 24 hours after the 911 calls, Caylee Anthony is arrested and charged with aggravated child neglect and lying to investigators. Caylee denies the charge and immediately.
The prosecution laid out a brutal theory. Caylee, they argued, wanted her freedom. So she used chloroform and duct tape to end her daughter's life, then partied for weeks like nothing happened. Prosecutors said Caylee wanted freedom from motherhood, everything from her mind gone.
Innocent.
Caylee doesn't know where Caylee is. If she knew where she was, she would have told me, she would have told the police, she would have told her family. And we're here to move.
But the defense, they flipped the story completely. They claimed Caylee drowned in the family pool. George Anthony, Caylee's father, allegedly helped cover it up, though he denied it all. The evidence?
Than you guys could ever imagine.
A Caucasian head hair found exhibits characteristics of apparent decomposition at the root. A mitochondrial DNA test goes on to say that the hair could belong to Caylee. If the report is accurate, that hair would have fallen off Caylee's dead body.
I found out my granddaughter has been taken.
What is the name?
Caylee, Caylee, Anthony.
Caylee Anthony?
Yes, I need to find her.
Huge crowd. This is the biggest crowd that has been here. There are deputies here sort of trying to control the chaos.
Why would you put duct tape over the face of a child?
Google searches were conducted for, quote, how to make chloroform. As difficult as it may be for anyone to accept that a mother would intentionally kill her own child, from the evidence that you will hear in this case, there is no other conclusion that can be drawn.
Caylee Anthony died on June 16, 2008, when she drowned in her family's swimming pool.
as the nation anxiously awaits a verdict.
State of Florida versus Caylee Marie Anthony. As to case number 2008 CF 15606-0. As to the charge of first-degree murder, verdict as to count 1, we, the jury, find the defendant not guilty, so say we all, dated at Orlando, Orange County, Florida, on this 5th day of July, 2011, signed foreperson. As to the charge of aggravated child abuse, verdict as to count 2, we, the jury, find the defendant not guilty, so say we all, dated at Orlando, As to the charge of first-degree murder, we, the jury, find the defendant not guilty.
But in the end, the jury said not guilty. America was stunned.
And outrage.
I think they felt that justice wasn't served, at least not for Caylee.
I'm not a preacher, and I'm not a rabbi. But there's something wrong with that. Because Caylee is dead, and her body decomposed just 15 houses away from where the Anthonys put their head on the pillow every night, every day, searching for this little girl. Now, I know it is our duty as American citizens to respect the jury system. And I do. Believe me, I do. I've struck over 100 juries. But I know one thing. As the defense sits by and has their champagne toast after that not guilty verdict, somewhere out there, the devil is dancing tonight. Let's take a listen to the verdict that has just been handed down.
Caylee Marie Anthony is born August 9th, 2005, in Orlando, Florida. Her mother, Casey, is just 19 and still living at home with her own parents, George and Cindy Anthony.
Did the jury get it right? Was there reasonable doubt? Or was it a failure to prove motive? Did Caylee Anthony know more than she ever said? Could the prosecution have done more? Some believe it was a tragic accident. Others say it was cold-blooded murder. The truth? It may never be fully known.
Right.
People lie to the cops every day. Cops lie to people every day. I'm just one of the unfortunate idiots who admitted that they lied.
This wasn't just another trial. It was a national obsession, a mystery with more questions than answers. Some say the system worked. Others call it a miscarriage of justice. What do you think happened to Caylee Anthony?
I see why I was treated the way that I was, even had I been completely truthful with those officers.
What weren't you truthful about? And I understand it might have been out of panic.
It was things that I didn't know at the time.
Think about drowning, possibly.
Everyone else has their theories. I don't know.
Uh-huh. So your parents had her?
My dad did.
And next thing you know, she's missing, and right? How did it play?
I did what I was told. I don't remember too much of what happened.
Anthony,
I give a shit about what anybody thinks about me. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
I never will. I'm okay with myself. I sleep pretty good at night.
More than 16 years after she was accused of murdering her own daughter.
This is my first of probably many recordings.
Caylee Anthony is reintroducing herself to the public on TikTok.
I am a legal advocate.
Without providing much detail, the now 38-year-old says she wants to use her platform to help others in a legal capacity.
I feel that it's necessary, if I'm going to continue to operate appropriately as a legal advocate, that I start to advocate for myself.
TikTok video quickly racking up millions of views, as well as drawing criticism across social media.
Caylee Anthony is on TikTok giving legal advice. Are you out of your minds?
The Caylee Anthony trial remains one of the most polarizing cases in modern history. Was it a massive miscarriage of justice, or proof that our legal system still relies on evidence, not emotion? What do you think happened to Caylee Anthony? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And stay tuned for our next deep dive into the world's most shocking true crime cases. This is The End and Beginning, where every story leaves a mark.